Charts and patterns are not what make money. It's risk management. That's all it is, position management. If I were to jump into a trade right now, choosing 10 contracts versus 1 contract, I can make that decision with all my evidence. If ChatGPT says trade right now, I could pick a side. If I were to choose a trade exactly right now, I would choose to jump in on the long. Well, why? Well, because I know that only 8% of days break that green band and 92 will hold. And so I choose to long there, but because I know there's still some space between here and here, and that this is roughly 140 points, that's a lot of travel. So I'm only along the minimum right here, 1 contract. 1 contract goes upside down 140 points. That's going to be what, like almost $4,000 worth of loss, right? But that's okay because that's within the 12,000 range. So the random challenge allows me to enter a trade and I can't exit it until it hits loss or hits profit target, but I can add to it whenever I want. Normally I take a 40-point loss and stop, but in the name of this challenge, I might long with 1 and decide to take the 4,000 loss. And then right down here, long with 4 more on the boundary where it doesn't lose. Getting my cost basis shifted to 20% above the bottom means I only need to go to right there, roughly at about 65 or 70 to break even, and then the rest is profit. When I do break even, I'm going to trim out some of that risk, get my cost basis of 1, put right down, -4, get my cost basis put right down here at 1, and now have my original position of 1, the cost basis here, to ride that wave up in case there's a wave up. That's the trade plan today, by the way, guys. If they choose for me to trade at 952, that's likely the trade I'm going to have. So the idea is, that's an example of how I think about it. I have to hold 140 points, and I never do that. My normal stop on NASDAQ is 40. My normal stop on the S&P is 10. So with that being said, because of the random challenge, I'm going to be forced to bag hold. Since I'm bag holding, I know just to trade small. When you guys are caught in a position and you jump in and you're bag holding, do you go small? That's the real question, right? If you don't end up going small, then you're going to lose all your money. Because I know about how much I'm going to bag hold, where the next possible pivot is, I know to trade small and make sure the total loss is less than what I'm allowing myself. Easy as that.